Yeah, right now we are tracking the aftermath of that heavy rain that came down across the Houston area. Right now, several school districts are delayed or canceled across the region. You can see all of the districts right now on your screen. We also have eyes on the road and on the forecast for you. And Cheetah, we are finished with the rain, thankfully. Where's your focus now?
Yeah, it has shifted off to the east. However, because we've had so much rain the past 3 days, we are still going to be tracking these potential flooding concerns probably over the next couple of days. Okay, it's going to take a while for some of this water to really drop. Now, this morning, we do have active rain falling across the city. Now, it's mainly shifted eastward. So if you're waking up in Deer Park, Pasadena, Channelview, notice this also extends toward Humble, Atascocita. This also impacts portions of the Gulf Freeway towards Hobby Airport this morning. So this will continue to move eastward. We're going to see maybe the chance for another spotty shower or two this morning, but it's this active flood warning for our northwest counties. We are monitoring this closely. We're also monitoring the San Jacinto towards Humble very closely as well. Now the flood potential, Jen, we're not even under a threat today. So the way that we would be tracking these high water spots is because of all the rain that we've seen over the past couple days. The good news is sunshine comes back today. I'll send it over to you.
Yeah, and Houston Transtar has a list of high water spots, but this certainly is not going to be every single street, especially up in our far northern counties. Reports of downed trees that you need to be forewarned about, road debris. Hopefully you didn't get caught up in the mess yesterday. Memorial Drive was shut down at 6:10. I have not heard that to be the case. So hopefully they got that tree up and out of there. I'll keep you posted and investigate a little bit more. One of the high water spots, the 59 U-turn at the San Jacinto River. Watch out if you're in the Kingwood area for that. Another high water spot here in the Karen area, 149 from Stillwater to Mitchell. You'll want to avoid that area entirely. All main lanes are still reportedly underwater. 2920 from State Highway 249 to Telge. There's a high water spot that's in the Tomball area-ish. South Beltway westbound U-turn at McCow is another high water spot, all listed on Houston Transtar's website. You can see it's going to be a slippery drive for the rest of you. 225 checking it out at Tidal. It's going to be your latest look at traffic. Now over to you.
Jennifer, thank you. Right now, the rain is mostly over, but the aftermath has been brutal.
Yeah, we're still under a flood threat with some counties under disaster declarations. We are seeing problems all over the area, from street flooding to downed trees, even roads being washed away.
Montgomery County is one of those areas under the disaster declaration, and that's where we find our Victor Jacobo, who joins us live this morning in Conroe. Victor, what are you seeing there?
Yeah, Steph and Kimberly, I'm right next to the San Jacinto River, one of the bridges that goes over it, but right behind me is McDade Park. I'm gonna step out of the way so you can get a better look, because it's very, very clear just how high that water level is. You can kind of see with the trees, the light posts, and other objects there, kind of giving you some reference of how high that water is and how you can still see with that light reflecting off the water, how it's still flowing into the river, giving you an idea that even though the rain has eased up here over the last half hour, it's still an issue with that moving water. Now, as you mentioned, the disaster declaration remains in place here in Montgomery County. Lake Conroe is also still temporarily closed. The San Jacinto River Authority says they continue to monitor Lake Conroe's levels as runoff continues. Now, information we also want to make sure gets out there for folks here in Montgomery County is that the American Red Cross has opened up a shelter at the Lone Star Community Center in Montgomery. I'm going to make my way back here into the frame. We're going to closely monitor the situation here and update how the conditions are looking as the morning continues, again, as this system moves out. But right now, the aftermath is still continuing. We'll also keep those resources updated on our website, KHOU.com. For now, reporting live in Conroe, Victor Jacobo, KHOU 11 News.
All right, Victor, thank you. Meanwhile, in San Jacinto County, a voluntary evacuation is in effect due to rising river levels.
I'm Troy Kless. At the Lake Livingston Dam, the increase of water being released from Lake Livingston has led San Jacinto County to issue a disaster declaration. Now, they are asking from the county judge people that live in low-lying areas along the river to voluntarily evacuate. According to dam management, they say that this is the largest release of water that they've seen since 2019 that was recorded on Wednesday.
All right, I'm checking in with the Harris County flood warning system. So when we're talking about these creeks and the rivers, this is where we first look, and this is basically data just off of their website, so you can also see this at home. Caney Creek, now this is an area in Montgomery County, okay? Notice how flooding is likely, and that also here is the case for the San Jacinto near Humboldt. That's right along 59. So these two areas we're going to continue to watch. But I also shift gears here. If you're familiar towards Waller County, portions of southwestern Montgomery County, this is also an area that really received a lot of rain over the past 3 days. And notice kind of the red shading here. Now, I do think within over the next 6 to 8 hours, guys, some of this water is really going to start to drop, and hopefully we'll start to see these numbers improve. Back to you.
All right, Cheetah, thank you. In response to the flooding right now, several Red Cross shelters are open. Here are 3 options for you. In Livingston, Dunbar Gym is open as a shelter. In Montgomery, you can take refuge at the Lone Star Community Center on Lone Star Parkway. And in Cold Spring, the San Jacinto County shelter is open on Live Oak Street. Throughout the